Charles-King, and we are bringing you the best Caribbean-inspired entertainment. Now, if you fancy a laugh or two, stick around for a whole heap of chat, and we'll also be launching this week's competition, so keep your eyes peeled. Now, the word on the feet, you'll get what I've done in a minute, is that my next guest has a passion for sneakers. Get it? Did you get it? I'm so good. In fact, he has hundreds of pairs, and what's so special about this man is that he uses his passion to distribute footwear to those who need it throughout the Caribbean and across the world. Please welcome Chris Chang to 1HEART Live. Hello, my friend.
How you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me down.
It's great to have you, actually, because, I mean, your work, what you do, is amazing with Healing Souls. So start there and tell us a bit more about that charity and what it does.
Healing Souls came out of, basically just trying to see how we could give back to communities around the world. But really, actually, our slogan is to help people walk towards brighter futures. But basically by giving them a pair of shoes and empowering them through a pair of shoes. But I think what we did a little bit different was that we tried to tap into kind of this global sneaker collecting market, so that we could get the goodwill from that community where people are buying and collecting shoes every week or every few days and building up these huge collections, as I have done over the years, and tap into that community. So it kind of changed things in a way, because I think people who are having life really hard in different places, I think they're used to working with organizations where they get clothing and they get shoes, but we were actually turning up to places with shoes that and trainers that were new. Some of them had only been worn a few times. So we were actually saying that just because of people have hit hard times and rough times doesn't mean that they shouldn't have a good pair of shoes, or it just doesn't mean that they should have our cast-offs or the stuff that we don't want, but they can actually get that same feeling we get when we put on a fresh pair of shoes or a fresh pair, a fresh jacket or things like that, and just actually empower people that way and bring, really literally help them walk towards a better future.
So we're seeing your website on the screen, actually, as we're talking. But how does it actually work in terms of how do you physically, do you go to these countries and you physically bring these shoes? Do you send them over? How does it work?
Yeah, at the moment, we have not-for-profit status in the United States. We're in the process of getting our charity status here. We've actually been going officially just over a year, so we have the benefit of being quite small, which means that it really is us sort of taking your shoes to a place and giving them to people. And I think it's not very complicated at all. It's literally collecting the shoes, making links and partnerships with local organizations who are already doing amazing work on the ground. So we're not going in anywhere like crusaders, like we're going to sort of save these people, which I think is what people are used to a lot of times. We're saying we want to build on the work that's already been done by amazing projects and individuals in different places, and literally collect your shoes, get them to people in need, and get them onto people's feet. It's as simple as that.
So I know you do a lot across the Caribbean in this sense. As much as we don't like to say, well, I don't like to, but parts of the Caribbean, they are poverty-stricken in terms of, you have a big house next to a little shack. But it doesn't mean that anyone's unhappy, if that makes sense. Right. They may not have money, but they're sort of happier. Would you agree with that,
Daddy Ernie? Sunshine.
Yeah, and I think that's what it is. They got the sun, and I've got family of big houses, and then I've got others that don't have a lot of money and don't have the latest pair of trainers, but yet they're happier than probably a lot of us in the UK. So how are you actually? Are they open to wanting the trainers from you, for example, or do they feel they don't want? Are they a bit proud, I should say?
I think I'm Jamaican. We're a proud people, and nobody wants to be completely, I think, open about their situation or the difficulties that they face, and that's obviously hard on a psychological level for people to overcome. But I think, again, that has been the benefit of working with organisations that are already set up, who are already recognised as a service providers in those places, that people already come through their doors, and so those project workers and organisations already help people to overcome the issues that they have with talking about those things, so that we can sort of come in on the back of it, and they can feel that they're in a safe and understanding place, so that it isn't like, this is where I'm at, and I think that's a reality that we have to confront, that poverty is is a problem in Jamaica, in the Caribbean and other islands. And we have to also think about the role that we can play as people who do have better lives and do have more resources and do have more ways of helping, how we as a community can give back to the places that we are proud to call home. You know?
Absolutely. I think that actually deserves a round of applause. I genuinely mean that, because what you're doing is awesome, especially that you are a sneaker collector, right? How many pairs do you have? Tell us the truth.
I can't say on air because of all the different places that they're at, and people are like, no, you've got loads here. When you're going to come pick them up? I've got a lot, and it's a passion of mine, and it probably came out of again coming from an upbringing or a family that were from Jamaica, and where I think has changed in many ways. That when I was growing up, it was more important that there was good food on the table, that the fridge was stocked up, rather than having the most expensive pair of trainers. Not that helped me at all in school. But when I got my own money and I worked and understood the value of things, then I was able to say, this is something I was passionate about and become, and I never really call myself a collector, just someone, that's part of the Jamaican in me, to have a fresh pair of shoes and a fresh click suit and all these kind of things that
we were talking about the 90s and click suits, weren't we? Brilliant. All right, more chat with you and Jaja and Daddy Ernie in a while, but I just want to say that awesome acts of kindness still happen across the world, but this act of kindness in question is coming straight out of Brixton. Meet Solomon Smith as he invites us inside the Brixton Soup Kitchen. Take a look.
My name is Solomon Smith. The organisation is Brixton Soup Kitchen. Our main thing is about the people. I was inspired since I was probably about 11, 12, witnessing homelessness firsthand. So, seeing a lot of homeless people sleeping on the streets, the whole myth of cardboard boxes, that to me was only a story. And it's not until I actually witnessed it for myself, realised it was actually real life. So that's what kind of just said to me, do you know what, a change needs to be made. So it's not until I finished university is when I said, this is something I want to do. For us, we've researched a lot of different homeless shelters, and they're very religion orientated, and all they do is come and get food and leave. So I felt that there had to be a bit more on why these people are attending their services. There was no cycle breaking, and I just feel that the main reason why they're there is their circumstances, what made them attend the services. So I just said, why not us get a computer, doing a bit of CVs. I work with young people, so this is what I do with my young people. So I'm saying, why can't I implement that with adults as well? And so we just bought our own laptops, using our own internet, and we just kind of just started off from there. We use food here as a facilitator to bring them in, but we're trying to make them not come back. We don't want you to come back. We want you to come, and we want you to, progress. I think people just enjoy it because it's like, it's a homely feel. We don't make our staff, our volunteers, wear aprons and something just to say, staff. We want everyone to kind of come in here and feel welcome and that we care, A lot of places just want the numbers. We don't care about numbers. We would open up and have one person in here and we wouldn't care. A lot of organizations is about the numbers and about the funding and the statistics. Our main thing is are you hungry and how could we feed you? We've never had any government funding. We just rely on donations. People here and there giving us £100, £50. So what we've achieved in the 2 years has been absolutely astonished. But imagine what we could achieve with a bit of funding. Spark Something Good campaign with Marks and Spencer's was fantastic. At first we didn't know who it was with. They worked 24 hours with 24 different projects. And when I mean it was 24 hours, it was really 24 hours. They started from about 11, 12 o'clock and they didn't finish till the next day at 12 o'clock at night. Like, it was a crazy experience. A very, very good experience. They done everything. I mean, they repainted the wall, they took off the carpet, they gave us new furniture, new chairs. They done a lot. They done a lot. We've actually been on ITV twice. We was on a show called Surprise Surprise. It was really a surprise. They was down our kitchen for us. It was an amazing experience. Also, I was just on a show, what's actually on now, called Barbecue Champ. Very great experience. We had Adam Richmond come down to the soup kitchen, see what we do. We've experienced so much doing the soup kitchen. I cannot say one has been our greatest achievement. Our garden was done by Citibank. We had 150 of their volunteers at Citibank. We've got a smart car donated by the Sun newspaper. You know, we are now a registered charity, what took us about 6 months through hard work. Our social media's gone over the roof. We've won so many awards, back-to-back BAFTA, our Heroes Award, Community Recognition Awards. We've been on the Happy List with The Guardian. We've been, it's just so much. We've experienced so much positivity. You know, I wake up every day happy.
Love that. That was Solomon Smith there doing amazing, amazing work. Guys, we were just saying, Jaja, you don't get any funding for your work, but you do a lot in the community, is that right?
I've done a lot of I've got a not-for-profit company called Indigo Youth as well, so we do some stuff with like Arts Council, but no major funding. I do it for myself, like just we do events and raise our own money and put my own money into it. Put my own money into it and flip it again. It's just
Wow.
It's been
Wow.
doing it for a hot minute.
So what exactly do you do with the young people?
We just do different kind of projects, hip-hop projects, poetry projects, mentor. We do a lot of mentoring. A lot of it's like mentoring. A lot of the kids coming out of prison, they just need like a big brother. Yeah, so it's like does that thing, big brother, and help them get into work or just help them get into like whatever career they're going down. Obviously, I know a lot of contacts over the years, so like film or whatever they want to do, I try and get them into those little roles and help them with their down their path.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it doesn't need to be these big displays. It's a case of, like you say, just being an older brother.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Being able just to
just
guide them.
just to phone you sometimes and just let me a $5.
Yeah.
It's just something like that. It's just, they just need, some people ain't got that. They just need that little extra, a little, a big brother. That's what I call it. Yeah, that's what it is.
That's amazing work that you're doing, all of you actually. But have you heard about, you must have heard about the thing happening in Dominica with the tropical storm Erica, which has been, you know, really tragic. We did mention it on last week's show. We do have on the phone the Dominican High Commissioner, Janet Charles. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. I'm Leah Charles-King. I don't think we're related, are we, darling?
I'm not sure.
We probably are. Everyone in the Caribbean is related, right? Listen, Janet, I know that you... Thank you so much for taking time to speak with us on the show. Tell us about what exactly we're at right now in Dominica in terms of the storm.
Well, the storm occurred on August 27th, and practically our entire infrastructure was destroyed. We've got some villages where the entire village was destroyed. The residents have to be resettled. Our airports have been closed. Well, our main airport has been closed, and we've got the smaller airports where only small light aircraft is operating and helicopters. And it's just a very devastating time for our country.
Wow, I'm so sorry to hear that. And we are all supporting over here as much as we possibly can. Tell us how we can support you. What can we do from over here in the UK?
Well, what we have been doing at the High Commission in conjunction with the Dominica Natural Disaster Development Fund, which is an association with the Dominicans, and we have come together and we're encouraging cash donations, and we have asked for supplies, and the response has been really overwhelming. We are also planning some fundraising events, and various associations have come together and rallied behind us to raise as much funds. We're looking at putting on concerts, and there is a shipment going down to Dominica on the 18th, and we've got assistance from Giz Shipping and Ram Shipping and another gentleman called Gary, who as ghee shipping. So the Dominicans have come out in numbers to
That's
donate
amazing.
items of food and clothing. Yes.
That's
and
amazing.
Also, monetary, yes.
Janet, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. We definitely are praying for you, and we will also be supporting as well. So from everyone here at One Heart, much love to everyone over there. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye, bye.
Okay, bye.
Bless you, bye-bye. I mean, the thing is, we have to support each other, don't we, as a Caribbean, all the islands.
Yeah.
What do you think about what's happening over there at the moment?
Well, I actually didn't hear about it when it first happened. On social media, there's this gentleman by the name of Mr. P, I think his name is, and he tweets, does a lot of tweets, and I picked it up through that and WhatsApp and that, and you know, I think it's devastating. And I asked myself, well, hold on. Where's the British government in this? What aid are they sending? Are they sending any aid?
Yeah.
You know?
It looks like we have to all keep supporting each other. And Chris as well, we support you and support what you're doing. So thank you so much for having us here today. Thank you. I'm saying having us. Thank you for being here with us today. Thank you so much. All right, listen, I will see you after the break for more from One Heart Live. Ciao.
To say something to you, I must say, I'm really enjoying you here this evening. You know, because all of you West Indians gathered here together. No, it's nice to see that you are behaving yourself. Instead of causing trouble and being a nuisance to the authorities,